Hey guys, welcome back. We're covering again, you almost want to call it like a part two of AI and where AI is going in the world. We want to go over a small segment of what Matt Walsh was covering from the Daily Wire. AI porn is a serious issue and terrifying. Let's get into this.
Well, we truly live in a brave new world. Well, not really brave anyway,
Mm.
but it is new, I guess. And it's new in ways that threaten to make obsolete that old adage that there's nothing new under the sun. Because in our day and age, we have managed to create some new things. I think things without precedent, things without historical analog. The problem is that nearly all of those things are, well, terrible. Take, for example, the burgeoning industry of AI pornography. This is porn generated by artificial intelligence. It encompasses both deepfake porn, which is fashioned to look like some actual specific human being, and then totally artificial porn, whose images are created entirely by a machine. There's been a lot of discussion about the subject this past week due to a controversy in the world of Twitch streamers. And this is a world that remains mostly foreign to me, and perhaps to you, but I think we can both get the gist from this write-up in Vice. It says, quote, on Monday, Twitch streamer Brandon Ewing, who goes by Atrioc online, admitted to buying and watching deepfakes from an account that makes non-consensual, sexually explicit AI-generated videos of his colleagues in the streaming world. In a live stream on Monday, Ewing inadvertently showed browser windows open to a website that hosts non-consensual AI-generated images. The window showed that he was viewing images on the account of someone who specialized in making deepfakes of popular streamers. Viewers of the stream caught the leak and screenshotted the site, then shared the site, images from it, and names of the women who were deepfaked. At first reported by Dextero, Ewing said during his Monday stream in a tearful, now viral apology that he clicked an ad for deepfake porn while browsing Pornhub. That ad took him to another subscriber-only website that he said where he paid to view the images of popular female streamers. He said that he was driven by morbid curiosity and that his watching non-consensual porn is not a pattern of behavior. His wife, cosplayer Ariana Ewing, I don't know what any of these words mean, sat in the background of the stream and cried. Here's some of whatever that is.
Stream to like create a pattern of behavior where I really want, especially women on Twitch, to feel safer. Like we call booba spam cringe. We don't do that there. I've never made like a weird, I don't know, seat sniffing joke. I've never done anything like that. I've never done anything like that on the stream. And we don't tolerate any sex behavior in the chat. We ban it on site. And like I've done this consistently over and over and over. And then at 2 a.m., you know, I've been watching so much. I've been reading so much fucking AI stuff. I'm reading all this stuff about AI and deepfake music, deepfake art, and everything. And I'm in these discords, and I just feel so embarrassing to me. But I was on Pornhub, dude. I was on a regular ass normal website, and there was an ad. There's an ad on every video for this. So I know other people must be clicking it because it's on every video.
Now, to me, the real problem, one of the real problems here, is that this guy is a professional. I mean, he's a professional broadcaster. This is what qualifies as professional broadcasters these days. He has a large audience, people who sit around and watch him and listen to him, and yet he's incapable of stringing 3 words together without an F-bomb. I mean, he has the rhetorical skill of like a college freshman who just downed 3 beer bongs, and yet he has 320,000 followers on a streaming platform. That, to me, is the issue, or it's an issue. The bigger problem, of course, is the AI porn itself. And some have made an attempt to defend this guy, claiming that, well, he isn't hurting anyone by watching deepfake porn. But, of course, any rational and even just nominally decent person understands that using someone's image without their permission, using their face, their likeness to create pornography is a moral abomination. And consuming such pornography, knowing how it was created, is also morally abominable. Yet, whether deepfakes or other forms of AI porn, the trend is becoming so prevalent so fast that internet platforms are scrambling to figure out how to handle all this. This is just a couple weeks ago in the New York Post, this article says, the internet group that creates pornographic images using artificial intelligence was kicked off fundraising platforms Kickstarter and Patreon after raising nearly $60,000 following complaints from social media users. Unstable Diffusion described itself as an online community of artists dedicated to creation and sharing of AI-generated NSFW, not suitable for work content. The The group uses open source text-to-image generating systems that were popularized by online groups such as Stable Diffusion and Dance Diffusion. Last year, the AI-powered technology DALL-E, which generates digital images from text descriptions, took the internet by storm. Quote, Unstable Diffusion is a group dedicated to spreading free and expressive AI usage born out of a grassroots community effort to reject the limiting rules of corporate AI companies, the group says on its website. AI porn has become a point of debate on Twitter as well this week, where an image of 4 blonde women went viral because people were arguing about whether the image was AI or not. Here's a photo. It's a blurred photo because these women are mostly naked, but here it is. And I think that this is AI based on the fact that the faces all look creepily the same, but the fact that we can't tell for sure that there's any debate about whether the women in that image actually exist is precisely what makes this so terrifying, because we are rapidly getting to a point, we've already reached the point, probably, where you simply cannot be sure whether an image, a voice, even a video that you watch is real or not. Even if it features someone who you know exists, that doesn't mean that it actually is real. This new reality or unreality has far-reaching implications that I don't think we've even begun to scratch the surface of. But those implications are perhaps the most disturbing in this realm, in the realm of porn. Now, some real flesh and blood internet prostitutes, like OnlyFans model Laura Lux, have spoken out about the possibility that the entire porn and cyber prostitution industry will soon come crashing down as the people in that field can all now be replaced by artificial intelligence. Lux says that she's not worried about that, however, because as she tweeted, quote, anyone who thinks AI-generated images of hot naked women is going to ruin the OnlyFans economy for real-life women has a fundamental misunderstanding of what OnlyFans is. People don't subscribe to my OnlyFans because they want to see a random naked woman. They subscribe to my OnlyFans because they want to see me naked, specifically based on a parasocial connection formed by following me on other social media platforms. Now, I'm not really, I confess, concerned about the job security of OnlyFans prostitutes. When I mentioned the horrific implications of this technology, that's not exactly what I was talking about. In fact, if anything, putting porn stars out of work is maybe the one single benefit of this technology, because at least it might force these women to do something productive and valuable with their lives instead. And I do think that day is coming, because despite the reassurance Miss Lux offers to us, but really to herself, there's a reality here, which is that, she's correct that OnlyFans customers are looking for something that resembles a human connection, human affection, romance. It's just that the porn consumer has given up on finding the genuine thing and instead settles for its digital imitation. That's precisely the problem for Miss Lux. They've already decided to forfeit genuine human connections in favor of an image on a screen. They choose you as the OnlyFans model because you're not real to them. You're not human to them. You are accessible. You are usable, reusable. You are an object that they can make use of and then discard until they want you again. You are a masturbatory aid. You are to them nothing but a collection of body parts. You're not a human being to them. You have been dehumanized, and you are taking part in your own dehumanization.
Interesting. So the thought came to my mind, child porn. It's a major problem in the world, in this country. I mean, this country is really hung up on porn. So what happens? Some guy gets, or gal, whatever, loads up their computer with AI child porn that's not real people. Right? It's not real people. And then, so they arrest him for that? And he goes, hey, well, it's not even real. It's like a cartoon.
There's already there's already laws on the books that I guess you would call it legalizing animated, or it's unclear legally at the moment.
Yeah.
Because if it's animated, hand-drawn type animation, I don't think you get arrested for it. Matt had talked about this a few weeks ago. I'd caught him. He was talking about it when he was going off on the whole porn industry because he does it, every couple weeks. He gives him a good whale. And if I thought I remember him saying something about that, it's technically not illegal, or it was somebody I'd caught saying it. I've not dug into the literature or the laws on that specifically, but I don't think it's directly illegal, from what I gather.
I don't see anything good coming from this
No.
at all. And
No.
I mean, I think of people misusing it to put words in somebody's mouth or actions on them to say. I mean, if they came out with say some guy was running for president or gal or governor or whatever, and then all of a sudden somebody produced up anonymously some AI of them having sex with whomever or a whole bunch of whatever, doing drugs, whatever it happens to be, and then just blurts that out over the internet, and then in the last few weeks of an election, they wouldn't have time to disprove it.
Nope.
And it could upset an election. And I mean, there could be all kinds of ramifications for this.
And that's not the only I mean, obviously, like you said, there's only going to be all kinds. But here, how about this one? We all know that the FBI and the CIA is pretty good at hacking computers. What is to stop them from, let's say, they hack your computer and they have your computer AI generate a whole bunch of stuff that is been deemed illegal, right? Like, because I think that the whole deep
terrorism, whatever,
right? I mean, because the conversation holistically isn't about porn, at least what we're talking about. But we can see that this is a problem in one sector. But what about the ability for AI generation of you doing things?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And or putting things on your computer, you have no control. If they backdoor bypass your computer, hacking, there's probably easier ways to do it where you can just go through the ISPs and access, freely right in through the internet. And then all of a sudden they generate something right before they kick down your door.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at the point where you almost just want to get rid of all electronics.
Yeah.
But then that still wouldn't help you. Because even if you'd gotten rid of all electronics, that still wouldn't stop, say, someone from creating AI generations of you doing something. And it doesn't have to be porn.
It could be anything.
Right, because think about
Robbing a bank.
Right, robbing the bank.
Guns, making bombs.
Politics are going to get absolutely whacked. And if you're on the wrong side of the winning political team, you are going... I mean, if you're a Democrat listening to this, think about it. If you're a Republican listening to this, right now you should be thinking about it. Because if, let's say, you're a Trump supporter and Trump's on the fire, and then all of a sudden they decide that they're just going to use AI to target anybody in any social media who has ever said the word Trump, make America great again, love Trump, like a pairing of words, a series of words and posts, and then immediately the AI at light speed generates content of each one of those people doing stuff and posting it on their own social media platforms, and sharing it with their work.
Yeah, conspiracy. Right. And then they've got a conspiracy charge on you, which is really difficult to disprove conspiracy. And our feds use that. That's one of their main things they use to prosecute people.
And that's if they want the feds to come after you. If I were a politician, thinking like a diabolical, human being, if I wanted to go after the base, it's a waste of time to go get charges, right, on them. But let's say you could program the AI, okay? You program the AI to target all social media platforms of anybody who says certain keywords, okay? MAGA, love Trump, best president, Trump, blah, 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 right? Look for certain keywords, okay? And you generate yourself, 100 million hits. Cool. Now the AI has basically your pipeline. Now I'm not saying the AI is there yet to do this, but eventually it'll be there so easily to the point where hacking passwords and usernames is already elementary. So imagine now having the AI where it's got the processing power of every computer on the planet, right? goes in, hacks everybody's accounts, generates a few tweets, few posts, and then shares those posts with their job, with their employer, because most people's employers, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of them say, oh, I'm working for this company, boom, boom, boom. And all of it will happen by posting, sending it to the HR team of all the different companies. Instantaneously, basically laying off or firing every single person that's a political dissident of maybe a certain party that uses this as a weapon. So it's not just like, obviously, the porn is horrific enough, but what about the instantaneous? How about this? Did you hear the news that what was it? That Malaysia nuked Indonesia?
Oh, I missed it.
Well, it didn't happen, but let's say I had a video. Let's say I had a video that was AI generated, and then now all of a sudden, the people of the United States say, we need to go and defend blah, 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 burn the Indonesians to the ground, right? And we go and start a war off of AI generation. The level of propaganda, and I'm thinking of Yuri Bezmenov now, but at something he could not have ever dreamed of, the speed in which now propaganda could be moved.
Believable.
And believable, right? This isn't just words written by a guy, with a last name of some kind of Snov, where he's like, oh, he's obviously Russian. Now you're going to be done by all your, your favorite YouTubers. I mean, the other, like we're watching Matt Walsh here today, but in 3 years, a whole nother channel could come up with Matt Walsh and pushing a new message.
Right. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, you think about it. If say in Russia they had, and it was in the regular news, right, that they had an American prisoner, some gal. They could have used the wordo that they just had, the basketball player, but just say it was an innocent person. Everybody believed was probably a pretty good person. They were being held, and they die in Russian custody, and they actually do die in Russian custody. They say, hey, Russia's going, hey, it was, they had the flu, COVID, or whatever. They fell down the stairs, and everybody's kind of, But then they put out a video. Somebody puts out a video through the AI of them torturing that person to death and actually killing them, right? So then that changes the whole. Remember the Maine, remember Pearl Harbor. All of a sudden, now, if there's, because that's what happens in these war rally cries. I mean, the Republicans used them in Kuwait, and we just got to be careful. And this guy, I'm not sure where do you go to police it? What, the internet? I mean, how that's a problem is when you cause such massive distrust in the information you get, all of a sudden you don't believe anything they say. The boy who cried wolf, right? Is the internet's the boy who cried wolf, and you can't believe, and the politicians you can't believe anything they say. So what do you base your conclusions on? And it's quite frightening, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like and subscribe, and see you guys on the next one.
Semper Fi.